at them? Is that what you did?
I wouldn't say a Baylor, but like they went and visited the mortician in the town that they're in, and the
Oh, okay.
mortician was 3 midget gnolls controlling a body.
That's kind of sweet, actually.
Yeah, like one of those situations where it was like they were.
Mm.
I tried to leave them hints to like really like look at the guy. It's like the entire time that they were talking to him, he never lifted his head. He never looked through his eyes. He was just basically ignoring them completely. And it's like it's not until like they left and I'm like, did anybody close the door? No. Well, you hear little feet scurry over, close the door, and then scurry back to get them
And that's
to.
when I kicked the door back in.
But I didn't let them eat the gnolls. They were not eating my gnolls. Damn it.
Only one person wanted to. It was not me.
He's like I didn't make him take more bludgeoning damage from falling off that roof.
You wanted them.
Yeah. I
You
need
fell
damage.
off the roof?
Yeah, so I
No,
made the
not me.
gnolls like they jumped out a window and scurried up the side of a building. So he like climbed up and then tried to jump from one rooftop to the other and rolled like a 4 on his dexterity or his athletics check. So he fell.
Oof. Wow.
Yeah, it's like I also changed the whole way that like they visited the first house when they went to go meet uh the Ismark and Irina, who are like 2 characters that they're supposed to help through the whole campaign instead of
Right.
instead of them like just being in the inn and one of them being in the house and burying their dad. I had like werewolves ransacked their mansion and crucified 3 of the servants.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
That's definitely different.
Yeah, I don't like
I make
running the books to the T.
a good paladin.
Almost. He almost violated his oath real early.
I was thinking about it. Damn, you made stretches 150,000 points.
I forgot I haven't
What?
streamed in a week, so
His channel points on his Twitch. I keep on doing stretches and he raised the price to him.
yeah. But it used to be like 1,500 points because originally it was like 200, and he was just spamming them because he would just stack up like 20,000 points and spam me for like an hour straight. So I raised him to 1,500 so he'd burn through his points faster. So then he got strategic with them, and then I was just like, he hasn't been on my stream in a couple of days. Let's change the price and see when he notices.
I have 16,000 channel points. I can keep on saving.
So we might be down Lithius because I know he's having a birthday party.
Yeah, we might be down Tim too because he's camping right now.
Can't take people anywhere.
We still got Simon?
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's somewhere.
Or he's a minute late.
Yep, that's 1d6 fire damage for every minute late.
Yeah, my character should be dead then. I missed the last session.
Yeah, that's true. So, how much can I see everything?
I missed a couple sessions.
So here's what you've got to do, Nick. Right? Is at the end of this session, right? Post great session. Congratulations on the people that showed up and made it to level 20. The other guys, good luck on catching up.
Jesus Christ, that'd
Just
be insane.
it'd be hilarious because they'd be like, "Wait, what? You guys got to level 20?" It's like, "Yeah, we killed like three mythical dragons, a Tesseract, did it all. All missed out."
Yeah, you also went all the way to the abyss and made Orcus suck his own dick.
Yep. Because Helena gave that command. Blow yourself.
I am actually getting through the early seasons of Critical Role on Spotify,
Mhm.
and they just got to the point they've turned in the Horn of Orcus to somewhere, and the whole time I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, Grog's gonna like eat it or something. Like they're not gonna actually turn it in. But no, they did. And then just shortly after, Grog is getting his ass kicked in like an arena battle. Super bloody. It was awesome.
Are you in the Slayers track? Or is this
I
where
think
he's
I'm
fighting
on.
the monk guy?
I am on episode 19.
Okay.
He was fighting like this half orc miner.
Okay, yeah. So you're at the Slayers track right now. This they ran into that hellish fiend, right?
Yes.
Yeah. With like the backwards claw hands. Bet you didn't know one of the voices in there was Will Wheaton.
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, when they split up the groups to have like one group go with 2 people and another group go with 2 people, uh, the guy that kept rolling ones, Will Wheaton.
No way.
Yep.
He's like cursed.
He's a cursed player and an even more cursed DM.
That's fucked.
Yeah, if you ever go and watch any of his things on it, when he DMs, he rolls more natural 20s against his players than any DM in history. But when
I
he's a
mean,
player, he
I've
only rolls a bunch of ones.
yeah, that's kind of how it is for me. Like when I roll as the DM, I roll pretty decent, and then as a player, I'm just like, okay, mediocre roll time, go
You should have seen the
get
mediocre
an
roll.
average of 11.
These guys yesterday and all the things they were doing were rolling like 4s, 7s, 10s, 3s. Like they couldn't roll a high roll for themselves yesterday at all.
I almost got turned to stone.
That's true.
Almost got turned to stone.
Petrified.
Yes.
Nice.
All
I
right. So
usually roll either really great on attacks and really shit on checks, or really great on checks and really shit on attacks. Never both at the same time.
Oh, right.
Most of my builds are to balance that out.
Buy the full bundle of this for $180. No.
That's it.
Yeah, so like the digital rule books are $90, like for all 3 of them, right? But if you buy the bundle with the actual physical copies, it's $187.
God damn.
Yeah.
all right. So I think we got 4 people right now.
3.
3
Yeah.
people.
Just waiting on
That's
Jose and what is his name that plays Argyle?
Tim.
him.
Tim is camping.
Twitch.
Tim.
Yeah, he's camping.
Okay.
He won't be with us.
All right. And I know Phil's got the kid birthday party.
Yeah, he said he'd try and check in later when it became easier for his wife to handle things, I think.
Kid's birthday party. He's probably gonna be there the whole time.
Oh, I believe so.
Oh man, this like look. Oh, I gotta pull up those things too. Back to my message. Have those up as
My
And
character's not in
then
here.
I think
Oh, there it
just
is.
as a quick side note, the last 2 weeks in this month, Monday I have to be at work by 4:30 in the morning.
Oh,
So I may have to leave early from the game.
Don't you work at a
Okay,
coffee
so
shop?
Really early for 2 weeks.
okay,
I'm just trying
that's
to
not
give
too
you
bad.
as much of a heads up as possible. I might have to drop my Wednesday game because they just added a new thing on Wednesdays. It'll probably keep me there late and wanna hold that game up just because it's already getting delayed so often. For one reason or
What game
another.
is this?
The Wednesday night, I don't think we've played in like months. Dragon Heist or Money Heist or whatever it is with
I
it's
see.
kind of it's a very silly game, which isn't always like my cup of tea.
What's looking for here?
Well, I messaged Jose, see if he's going to show up. He very much may not, but I'm going to continue on anyway.
Yeah, we got enough NPCs that this shouldn't be a problem.
It all depends on your guys' actions, but I mean, I have a general idea what I think is going to happen. So, oh,
There's okay.
so, just to recap what happened last time, this will be kind of like a new thing for you, Ulin, because you were missing for the last couple sessions. But it's really not that hard to get caught up. You guys met with the King of Gauntlgrim, Bruner Stormhammer, to which he has given you information that a contact in alliance with the Zentarim, known as Gazrim Duzlok, lies in a secret kind of black market trading outpost known as Mantle Dareth, a good distance west of Gauntlgrim, and has sent you all there along with a good assortment of helpers or followers or servants, as some of you might see them, to find this place and also come in contact with Gazrim to gain a map to a place known as Graven Hollow, which has untold knowledge of the Underdark that most people don't know. You've traveled for about 3 days west, and you've come to a small valley that is trailing into a subterranean rift. You all are awaiting outside to see what you might do next.
I'm going in. Who's
Thought we had
coming
already,
with
like,
me?
gone in. But
Yeah, we had
no, we're
just
going
started
in.
into the cave.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I put you guys at the front.
Yeah, we're going in.
All right. And since Argyle's not with us, I will say that him and Lithius, for now, until otherwise noted or feeling what needed, they're going to post up with some of the followers here, just so they don't bog things down.
Slay them all.
He's gonna give the control amulet though to Ulin, so Ulin will have control of the steel guardian. I will send you that stat block here in just a second.
He
But other than that,
infamously gives some people some of that dark vision he's got.
yeah, he gives Habwater's dark vision, so I will change his to 150. Boom. And yeah, as Argyle touches your shoulder, Hab, you feel a slight change in your eyes and start to look deeper into the cave than you ever have before, seeing a lot more than originally. Ass ton of NPCs that are also coming with you.
See the darkness.
Yeah. So you are led in to these tunnels for a good distance.
Did you
by
have
this
to make them tiny?
very. No, I don't.
He does what he wants.
And as you trudge deeper into these caves, you start to get kind of nostalgia, maybe, or maybe this is trauma from being in the Underdark before.
Taking a moment to
Uh,
remember people that we've lost along the way.
yes, a silent moment for the
You,
fallen
Mariah Carey.
Simon and all the other people you've met on your adventures.
Yuck, yuck, and spider bait. Think if I just killed him, I would have had goblin legs instead of spiders eating goblin legs.
You don't want to eat the goblins. They're not very tasty, I'm sure.
I don't know. I've
Carrion
never had
meat.
goblin legs. Have you?
I feel like they're carrion meat, and carrion meat is something that can make you very sick. But
I'm immune to poison for the most part.
You'll be fine.
We're just gonna have to invent a whole new class for you, cannibalism. You know?
The cannibal feet.
he's a boar barbarian.
And look, you know how much gold I've saved on rations?
Like
We could
doing a
solve-
budget show up. It's like, you know, you can save these goblin
I don't
legs,
even
right?
need-
Keep them preserved, right? And you can cut 20% off your adventuring bill.
Alright, so we got a left
Oh,
and
goodness.
a right.
It's just all blocked out, so
Should light up as you move through it.
I don't know.
Yeah, why does Helena have no vision?
You messed up her dark vision. Ooh, Helen is.
That says you got 60.
Yeah, 60 feet. I'm assuming these squares are not accurate.
No, these are 20-foot squares.
I'm so tiny. Well, by technicality, my square should be like a quarter of the size, not this small.
Right. This is the best that I could do.
And then we follow the person who knows which way they're going.
To which your Zentarum contact reaches towards this wall in particular,
Oh, don't know which wall you're
touches
pointing
a
Okay.
this one, and kind of touches a small little indentation, speaks a word into it. Imyat. And the door opens. The wall peels back very loudly. And I'm just gonna take you to the other side.
Well, if they didn't know we were coming, they do now.
And yeah, all of your men, Helena, are looking at you from on the outside of here, and they're like, "Orders, miss."
Follow.
Yes.
Yeah, bring your asses along. We didn't bring you for nothing.
Onward. So
Oh man, it splits again.
yeah, as you get to this point, you start to hear rushing of water. You look over the edge of this crevasse and see running water. Kind of reminds you of the water from the Dark Lake.
Huh. Anybody gotta take a leak? Be the best place to
No.
piss off of.
So then I'll just ask, what is this? Is this a river? What is this that we're crossing over?
It's a small channel leading from Mantle Dareth. I believe it trails out into the Dark Lake somewhere.
The
If we wanted to go kill that
That'd be better.
Demobluben, we can go down the river.
I don't think we are quite ready to kill the demi-Bluben. But we're getting close.
Then just going this way.
Yes.
Just following her.
And she doesn't seem to be also showing any sign of stealth. She just kind of seems to be making her way in there without a care in the world. Kind of giving you the impression that you probably would be fine.
Which way are we supposed to be going?
I'm trying to move you. So, get you guys down there really quick.
I see a bunch of people we're gonna have to kill.
So you right now emerge in to somewhat of a civilization, kind of like an encampment. You right now are in a trench, 20 foot wide, 50 foot deep. Up above you, you can see a bridge that kind of branches the span of this. A shattered platform of crystals in the middle of this trench. Looks like an old magic device once used to lift caravans up into the main cavern of the outpost and back down into the trench. But now it looks like its magic is spent and it is broken. It looks like that they have, whoever is encamped here has made some sort of mechanical lift out of anything they could salvage. And it looks like it'd be pretty easy to get up it.
Be going up.
Okay. And she just looks at the compatriot. Is this where we
What?
go up?
Yes, we can use the lift. I don't see a problem with that. There's one over here that is down. Or let me rephrase that. It's over
Oh,
here.
Right with her, side by side.
All right. So we're just gonna pretend all your followers are with you because I don't want to move them all around.
That's fine.
So you get up to the top. It takes you 15 minutes to pile all into this little lift. All of your followers at the bottom, they say, "Oh, we'll catch the next one." You all raise up, slowly clattering up and hearing this chain go through a pulley. You get to the top, and it looks like a very large trading outpost made in the caves. It's lightly lit with some torches around the way, to which apparently I didn't put them out. Weird.
Why we can't add
But
nice things.
one thing that you do hear, and Helena's probably the one to hear it first, to the... Oh, I forgot this map's fucked up. So, just so everybody knows this, for the sake of north, south, east, and west, this map's fucked up, and it says that this direction is north.
Interesting. So it should
So-
be rotated, but it's not.
So yeah, so instead of east, that's north. That's where north would be. So technically to the east, you hear across the way in this small encampment a very enlarged Dorger that is stomping around and slamming his pickaxe down on something that he seems to be chasing.
I wants to go find what he's chasing. Or kick
This
his ass
a
for it.
Zentara member with you kind of looks confused and says, "Oh, that's odd. Somebody must have done something to anger the Dorger here."
It doesn't take much if I remember correctly.
Well, I mean, we've kind of had a treaty here for a very long time. Something must have happened to make things get violent like this.
Well, considering the fact that demons have been infesting the Underdark, surprised me that these guys didn't go bad.
I will say that's
A,
true.
what is it? What's it called? That thing with the eyes. Divine sense, detect good and evil. Sort of like glance over that way. Let's see if there's any Fey fiend, undead, evil, celestial fiend, undead within 60 feet.
You don't sense anything in that direction. Oops, I grabbed Jose. Yeah,
Is
you
there
don't sense
anything
anything.
general within 60 feet? Like take a nice 360 up to the ceiling and then down into the
Nope.
trench. Okay.
Nada.
And she just sort of like watches the door
I'm gonna go say
and then
hello.
looks over at Krez and is like, if you want to go play.
Good sir. Come back here. What are you chasing?
Oi! Leave me alone! I'm trying to catch this dirty little Sverneflin thief! And you can see that he is chasing two deep gnomes. But also give me a perception check.
Me?
Are they our deep notes?
I am so good
They
at
are
these.
not your deep gnomes.
13.
13. Just making. I'm looking in the book to see if I'm doing this right. Okay. So. Yes, you do see this. It's hard to see because of the vision. I might just turn. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to turn this
Turn
off.
it off.
Yeah, it helps. So you see hiding underneath a cart over here another deep gnome. He seems to be hiding. The others haven't spotted him, but he is definitely visible by you. He looks scared, and he's holding his own belongings that seem to be made out of a skin-like sack.
Where's this card at?
To the south?
That
or
guy?
it's right
okay.
here.
Would I actually see that with all the shit that's in the way?
These are only like short tents.
Okay.
They look like they're made for like gnomish sized people. So yeah, you'd be able to see that.
Cool. So I will walk over this way. These guys are still just running amok. They're not actively standing like right here. They're just constantly
Oh yeah,
moving.
Oh, then
they're
I'll
moving
start
around
this
constantly.
way.
And yeah, these guys are just trying like whack-a-mole, trying to smack them while they hide, duck in and out of tents.
So I'm gonna creep over here. Not so much stealthily, like I'm gonna pretend I don't see this guy and walk and in Undercommon ask him what's actually going on. But not even looking down, not acknowledging that he's there, like I'm just as if talking to myself.
He, like, out of the corner of your eye, you see that he notices you, but he says nothing. He continues to hide. Meanwhile, Ulin and Helena, and most likely Simon, or not Simon, have waters. You would see, as you cross the bridge, what looks like a grouping of Dorger. They're also enlarged that are beating the ever-loving fuck out of this door, trying to get
Enlarged?
inside. Yes, Dorger have the ability. You kind of have seen a little bit of it before that they can enlarge to a size bigger.
Okay. Is there
And they're
anybody
beating on the door trying to get to someone or get out. Get in or get out.
They're trying to get in.
Okay.
Meanwhile, this is all still going on in the middle. This particular deep gnome is actually severely hurt now. He has been clipped a couple times with the pickaxe, and he's teetering on the edge of falling into this trench.
The one that
While this Dorger is...
striking at him. I'm gonna use intimidating presence on him. and I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw from him. DC 14.
Okay.
Basically, I'm intimidating him to get him to stop for a moment.
Copy. Special move.
All right. So he got a 4.
That's not gonna succeed. So he's now frightened of me as I move towards him to get to this gnome. He must move 30 feet, 60 feet away from me.
Yeah. What do you say or do to have this intimidating presence happen?
Just in a commanding voice, move.
And he kind of looks at you and he shrugs and kind of snorts in your direction and just kind of stomps off this direction. As he gets up to Helena and the rest of the group, he's just kind of
Helena just cocks her head at him.
And
he just kind of stomps the other direction and up to the door with the rest of them.
And I'm gonna ask this gnome that's been hit a couple times, it's almost fallen. What the fuck is going on?
This place is madness. The Duergar have turned onto the deep gnomes, saying that something was stolen from them. But I don't really know what.
Okay. So, how about you stay behind me for a moment and let's get to the bottom of this. I don't feel like looking at dead people currently when I just got down here.
Yeah, meanwhile, as you're talking to him, you hear in the distance, "Ah! Jameis! Jameis, save me! Tell your big beefy friend to save me!"
Yeah. So, I'll start making my way this way and look at that door and be like, look, buddy, calm down for a minute. What did they steal?
What did they steal?
Yeah, what was stolen that you're losing your biscuits over?
What they stole was our representative, Yantha Coxrock. I'm gonna call her Coxrock because that's how it's spelled.
Cocks.
Okay. Explain to me before you just pummel people to death. How did they steal a representative?
He had something that was valuable, and then somebody else stole it, and now we heard a rumor that it was one of these deep known dogs. So we're gonna wipe them all out until they tell us where it is.
Okay. I'll tell you this. I'm not gonna let you kill one deep gnome. And if I have to beat one of you into a bloody pulp to make you understand that, I got no problems doing it. Now we can solve this logically or forcefully. Your choice.
And about at this point, all of
gonna
your
take a look
followers have made it up.
All of the taking kind of like a look at what's going on with all of the Duergar at the door, how many there are, what they're wielding, what kind of hits they're making on the door, that kind of thing. Just kind of getting a judge for what they're up against there.
Yeah, you can judge from what you see by the door is only 2 of them are taking swings, and the other, it's like they're switching out when they get winded. So
Okay.
then the other 2 will step in and take some swings. You can tell from the way that they're making progress with this door. You have maybe 10 minutes before they're inside.
All right, I'm gonna cast. She's going to take a moment and cast command at 2nd level on the 2 at the
Okay.
door.
Alrighty. So they make a wisdom save, correct?
Correct. And it is a DC 17.
Also, at this point, the one that I commanded to run away would no longer be present. It would only last like 1 combat turn.
Right, so he's already at the door, like, what the fuck am I standing over here for? So, the first one rolled a 5, the second one rolled a nat 1.
All right, she says
So,
freeze.
and they stop doing anything. They just stand there mid-swing.
So they also sort of block the door from the other ones at the same time. And she looks
Yeah,
at the other three and is like, why don't we use our words instead of our fists? Tell me what is going on and maybe I can help you. It is my job as a paladin.
What you need to understand, Paladin, you hear from behind you.
I need you to explain it to me.
Well, maybe if you understand just one thing, you hear from behind you as a Dorger just becomes visible.
Because not like making any. She doesn't startle.
Right, no reaction. He says, "There's a valuable person that these for Nephilim." Oh, motherfucker! I read something wrong. There's a valuable item that these for Nephilim have stole, and we want it back.
Okay. And I'm assuming that they say that they did not steal this thing?
Yes, and we're gonna either get it back, or we're gonna drink all of their blood.
I think you would probably have a better chance of getting it back without the blood drinking. I'm just going to say that out loud. Perhaps if you give me a moment to go in and find out if they're telling the truth or not.
I'm telling you this right now, and he kind of pokes your chest.
I
If
would
you open that
that-
door, we're going
Isn't that
inside and we're gonna kill everyone.
Well, that is a very sad thing to have said to me. And touching me as well. I don't.
Elena, can I kill this asshole now?
She sort of looks at him like, can I get a read on him? Like, or no, you know what? She's just gonna stand up to her full height and sort of like look down at him and flex. I was like,
Okay, so
I would like to roll an intimidation check.
okay, yeah, go ahead.
So that is 12 plus. Yeah, I rolled a 3 for 12.
So he, in response to you standing and flexing at your full height, you start to see his features kind of swirl and his muscles expand and his legs just get taller as he enlarges in front of you.
Dispel
And
magic.
now it's
Enlarge.
it says magically increases in size. Yeah, so he starts to do that, then you just wave your hands and turn it off.
Yeah.
He had his eyes closed the whole time while he was doing it, and he opens his eyes in like a very intimidating kind of way, like you're not so cocky now. Or wait, why are you still taller than me?
Because you're very short.
And now he's gonna make his save. I'm not scared of you.
Well, that's because you're obviously an idiot.
That's it. Guys, looks like we're gonna have to dispose of this trash.
You can kill them now, Chris.
Okay, now this is what I try, right? I'm gonna try my intimidation, right, with a little extra sauce on it, right? I'm gonna pull out my flaming sword and stand in front of them, right, and roll my intimidation. And do I do it now? Okay, I
Okay.
got a total of 23.
Uh,
Friends.
they definitely see that things are not going to be favorable for them, and they all just start readying their weapons.
This is a
Let's
chance for you
dance.
to stand down. Just
You're gonna really
just
regret
right.
this.
explains it knowing that they're not going to, but it's just giving them the opportunity.
All right, guys, it is your time to roll initiatives.
Wow. I rolled a 3 and a 1 on my initiative with advantage to get a 4.
I got 19.
I got 12, and I'm gonna change my dice because they're going in. These are not my Helena dice. These are my Ellery dice.
21. Too bad the
Alrighty.
intimidation didn't work.
It worked.
So
Yes.
keep in mind, you guys have your followers respectively, so they will act at the same initiative as you, just at the end of your turn.
Were they already headed over the bridge since they had reached the top at a certain point?
It's not time.
Yeah, they're
Sorry.
they're essentially just like all at the top, kind of taking in the sight of this place, because this is many of their first times into the Underdark at all.
Oh, they're over there
Except-
taking selfie pictures
Ex-
and tourist pictures.
Except for the Steel Guardian that is following Ulin.
You said to send
Ulin
me that
was
thing.
given. Yes, I do. I'm going to do that right now.
She's going to use pull the double-bladed scimitar over Dawnbringer. Like I don't want to waste it. So it's like doesn't even deserve the good blade, if that makes sense.
Oh, I hope somebody
All
hits
right,
me
there's the
first.
stat block.
Let's dance. It's gonna be fun. Sorry.
All right, so first in initiative order is Hab Waters.
Have
Okay,
fun.
when you told them let's dance, did you mean like doing a dance off or really killing them?
Killing them.
Kill 'em.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm gonna hit the first one that was poking Helma. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, Hellman's. Alright.
He just called her mayonnaise.
That is a 27.
That's going to hit.
Okay.
It's
And
okay, backup character.
9 plus plus 5, so a total of 14 points of damage.
All right, so
And yeah, I mean, are we trying to keep these people alive or actually kill them?
Won't keep one alive.
No? Okay, so I take my second swing on the same creature.
okay.
Alright. I didn't know how serious we were actually gonna engage in combat with them. Shit, we just got here. Alright. It's at 13.
Okay, so with that,
Plus,
he drops dead.
Oh, okay. Alright. So I'm swinging at the air. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that was my actions right there.
So yeah, he's still getting an attitude with Helena as he's told everyone to draw their weapons and get down to business. And then Hab just comes in from the side and stabs him in the side of the head.
And
And
then
he falls to the ground.
looks back over her shoulder like, are you sure you want to do this?
All
Yeah,
right.
Elvins.
Next up is Ulin.
Alright, I'm swinging at the big guy right in front of me.
Okay, go for it.
For a 25 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Damn.
8 points of damage.
All right.
Swinging again.
All right. One attack to the kneecap.
For a.
I
can't see that number.
14.
says 14. And that is going to be a miss. This one, he kind of steps back to avoid your attack. He's a great deal taller than you now.
Swinging again.
Fighters and their 3
A
attacks.
27. And that's a 19, so that's a critical.
Yes, it is.
How do we do criticals again?
It's your damage by
Uh,
max, and then so like is the Warhammer 2d6 or 1d10?
1d8 actually.
So it's 8, and then
For
you
my
ro-
single hand.
yeah. So you roll an 8,
And roll damage.
and you have an 8. Then add your modifier.
So basically just roll damage and add 8.
8 plus 5 plus 4. 9 plus 8. I'm horrible at math.
17.
that's a lot. Did you want to re-roll your damage with Savage Attacker? Because you have the option to do that still.
Yeah,
See
I'll
if you
do
get a
that.
higher
Just
number.
roll- Yeah, just roll another d8.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm going for 5.
Okay, so 17.
And
All
then
right,
I'm
so,
going to action surge.
Okay, good job.
Damn.
Is he dead yet? I hope not. Or 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
How's he looking?
or 5 points of damage.
So he was already looking pretty messed up with Ulan getting a couple good vital shots into his ankle and knee. He kind of buckled to get down a little bit on his knee. And with Ulan coming up with an uppercut with this last attack, knocks him out. And he starts bleeding from the ears as he's lying on the ground. And he's
Is he
dead.
knocked out, or oh, he's dead. Okay. I am going to move to this guy.
You got
Alrighty.
2 more hits, right?
Yeah, I got 2 more hits still.
Fucking love fighters, man.
Yeah, oh, fuck, that's a 12.
Yeah, that's going to miss.
1 more hit. A 22
Yeah, that'll do it.
for 9 points of damage.
Okay. So the battle is shortly underway and already 2 casualties on their side. Would that be all for Meal?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Alrighty.
Don't forget your Warforged.
Yeah, so you got your Steel Guardian that will take that'll take its action after you. So go ahead and read up that stat sheet, and you can control him for his turn.
30 feet of movement. Would that be close to him next to me? These are 20, right?
Yes, that'd be close enough to get him to the other side of your enemy.
It's like right there.
Yeah.
All right. And then he has fist melee attack, which is 2d6 plus 4.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and roll 2d6.
Does he have an attack roll?
Oh yeah, you gotta do your attack roll first.
Oh,
It should be a little bit before that.
how do I do that? It says melee weapon attack plus 7 to hit, or yeah, plus 7 to hit.
So roll
Yeah.
a
So you roll your d20 and add +7.
Oh, okay. $13 plus 7, which
20.
is 20.
That'll hit.
Then 2d6. Plus
That's another
4. That's 9.
Nice.
Then
All
you
right.
get 2 fist attacks.
Right.
So one more time
Roll again.
for 9 plus 7, 15, I think.
16.
16.
That's just enough to hit.
All right. Uh, 9 plus 4, 13.
All right. So with the 2 punches there, right and left hook, the Shield Guardian knocks this thing to the ground. It is dead. Making short work out of these things. Would that be all then?
Yes.
Before
All
you go
right,
further,
so-
I must point this out. Just found out Boondock Saints 3 is happening.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Sorry for the interrupt. Continue.
All right, Helena, it is your turn.
She's going to sort of do an about face and look at them with the shield in one hand and double-bladed scimitar in the other, and just simply says, "Do you yield?"
Yeah, they look back at you with a determined look on their face and say, "Not today, lass."
She's like, shame. And we'll step forward and attack. That's one step for first attack. Will be a 22 to hit
That's gonna hit.
for 5 damage. Second attack with that same for the bonus action is 23 to hit
Okay.
for 10 damage. And then the second attack per action
Okay.
is gonna be 24 to hit. How's he looking?
Right now he's looking pretty hurt.
With
Don't forget to add the D8 for your improved divine smites for those attacks.
Oh, okay. So I haven't done a divine smite yet, though.
I know, but at a higher level, when you just make a melee attack, it just adds a D8 of radiant damage.
Does it?
Just that's like how much paladin energy is radiating from you.
Okay. So then there is another 9 from the last hit, and then just 3d8s total. 2, 3, just for being me. For another 15 damage.
Yeah.
Is he standing?
Absolutely not.
Excellent. So she just sort of like flings the blood off the blade and looks to the next one. Do you yield?
And they just in Dwarvish, they curse you,
Okay.
or they say something very untoward.
She moves forward with the last of her movement, and that will be my turn, I believe. So
Okay,
action,
so
second attack action, bonus action. Yep. Okay.
so I think you'd be about right there, right?
Yeah, I just moved forward.
Okay. So as that happens, this guy becomes invisible, and he's going to make an opportunity attack on you as you move closer to the other visible ones.
Okay. Bonus action, shield of faith.
Yeah, he's not getting through that AC.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah, as you
I wouldn't even have the bonus action because I've already used it. Never mind. So you're good. But it's still for AC.
even without it, yeah, he's not. He just kind of takes a swing at you, and almost omnipotently, you just have your scimitar already blocking it.
Okay. Cool.
And will that be all for you then?
That's it for me.
So, as for your followers, they are all currently over on this side, and they're taking place of the wonders that they see before them.
That's fine. Are there any? Is the is the lady still over there? Don't let us in, or is she across the bridge?
Yes, she is right here.
Okay, so I think what was that? The leader of the cohorts will come over, sort of like see what's going on, and like lean over to her and just be like, "Should we stop them?"
It looks like more or less that they have things handled, but you're more than welcome to help the one you've pledged yourself to, or at least to help.
Looks like looking at them like I think they're fine.
So he just kind of sits by and observes.
Yeah, he's almost like got a bowl of popcorn and is like sharing
Oh
between
dear God.
her and just sort of like watching the fight.
Oh dear God. Okay.
If they get involved, the other people aren't going to get the play, so I'm just going to let them like hang out and eat some popcorn for a second.
Right. Okay, so moving on to the Duergar. So we're gonna have this one make some attacks. He is enlarged, so he's gonna do some better stuff. He's gonna do a 24 to hit with a nat 20.
On who?
This Duergar in front of you, Helena, he's gonna hit you with that.
Nah.
Yeah. You thought you were gonna get a nat 20 on Elena.
Either way, I still do 2d8 damage.
It's fine. You can do 2d8 damage.
That's gonna be 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
This one on the right is gonna throw a javelin at Ulin.
Really wanted to
It's gonna
hard and like hold him still.
that javelin's gonna go sailing over Ulin's head, and this shield guardian's gonna like smack it away. Now comes the fun part. This one's going to charge behind Helena, get an advantage attack. He is not enlarged.
Puny man.
Speaking of which, the only way he can hit Helena is with a crit, and he failed. Imagine that.
She's just not even paying attention to him. Like in my head, she's got like her hand, like she like grabbed the sword that the other guy is using that like stabbed her with, and just like grabbed the hand on the hilt and is just staring at him like.
I love that. All right. Then this one appears and attacks Hab in the back.
God.
That's gonna miss.
Wouldn't that be surprise though?
Yeah. Good God. Even with advantage, I can't hit.
Bro, get new dice.
It's okay.
Did you use the ones that Helena sent
Yeah,
you?
I'm gonna.
No, they're gigantic and they're probably weighted funky.
Bro,
I mean, I could.
weighted dice. If it rolls nat 20s, it's okay.
Well, either way, another one's gonna attack Hab Waters as he just appears from the nowhere. That's gonna be a hit. So that's gonna be a D8. That's gonna be 10 piercing damage to you, Hab.
Oh my God.
And then boom, third one.
I'm
Let
pretty
me see,
sure.
I gotta check it.
Pretty sure the DM just
gotta
has
check
it
this.
out for Jose in general.
Yeah, I think I gotta check to see if but resistance against damage.
Either way, that's a miss on the third one. Surprise attack on Ulin.
I have the alert feat or the feat.
Oh,
Nice. Been wanting to get that.
so you can't be surprised that he's gonna roll normally.
Yeah,
Is still
I was
gonna
about to
hit.
say, I have alert also.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, now I know. So Ulin, you're gonna take 10 piercing damage as this war pick hits you in the back of the leg in the calf area. This one is going to attack the shield guardian. Actually, he is going to enlarge instead because he's going to try and do something else.
If he lives to
There we
see
go.
tomorrow.
And then this one, boom, he's visible. He's going to attack Helena as well. Saying stuff like, get away from the door! Either help us or get out of here!
Kind of wants to kick him, but she can't. Like, go away.
And he's going to miss. Krez Draven, it is your turn.
Fuck
But
him
you,
up.
Oh, wait,
we
no,
can
wait,
figure out
I
if the
forgot
guy
about
next
this
to me,
one.
Yeah. Like, I definitely want this motherfucker to swing at me and hit me. Come on! Touch
Yeah,
me!
so he's going to make an attack. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Absolutely hits. Touch me. Please touch
And
me.
you're going to take 13 piercing damage. Did you just say, touch me?
I told him to touch me.
Me.
In that hit,
He looks at you. In the hit, he looks at you very questionably.
Prez's eyes go red. And he gets hellish rebuked with fire. I'm going to need a Dex 14 save from him. Otherwise, he is taking the
Okey-doke.
full points of 19, halved if he succeeds.
Yeah, he failed that shit.
19 points of damage to him.
Yeah, he's not looking good now. Like as the fire explodes from your body, he just reels back in pain as now most of his arm hair is gone and his skin is blistered and singed. It is your turn.
I'm going to go into a rage. Not frenzied at this point because I don't see a point to it just yet.
I would like to rage.
I was elected to lead, not to read. And I'm going to swing at him reckless.
Okay.
Nick, did you start watching Critical Role?
Oh, damn, that first
I did.
That swing is only going to be a 13 to hit, so I'll swing again. That's going to be 23 to hit on the second swing.
Yep, that'll hit.
And that's going to be 10 points of damage to the sucker.
Yeah, he falls to the ground dead in a slightly smoking heap.
Alright, and you said these squares are 20 feet?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to move my full 40 feet to here.
Sounds like a good idea.
And that will be my
Alright.
turn.
All right, so you have your followers too, which are the
They're going to
Emerald,
sit
I
back
think
and
they
watch.
are.
I'm not even going to waste time with them in this fight.
Yeah, we just cut to them in a peaceful moment where they're just like, wow, this is such a peaceful little waterfall. This is a nice little place. The Underdark's not so bad at all. We should come here more often.
What I would have them do, though, is start searching this area. Like, here's my little draw thingy. This thingy, like this area.
Okay. Do you like yell at them from a distance to do that?
No, they're just curious in general to start looking around.
Okay, yeah. So they will start looking over this area, and I will give you that information when you regroup.
Wonderful.
Said John Travolta.
All right.
From Pulp-
Yeah, just holding his like coat, like
yeah, it's just like, huh?
good old Pulp Fiction
Look
reference. Love it.
Exactly.
I just remember the part where he's looking in the back seat at the dude they just picked up and he accidentally shoots him.
This is the thing. It's in Discord.
Oh, sorry. Yes. It's.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was like, huh?
That's my turn.
Meanwhile, in a separate spot, Argyle and Lithius are outside of the gate or this subterranean rift. They're playing cards, to which Argyle is horribly cheating, and Lithius just being a little bit perceptive, like, I saw you put that card on top. Don't try and lie to me.
Lithius is also cheating, but better.
Yeah, he's like got a small like copied piece of the card in the deck that's made of cloth.
Something. It's just.
All right, back to the top of initiative. Hab Waters.
Come on, Hab.
Time for attack.
Yep.
It's time for attack.
Clickety clack. Roll to attack.
Oh, here we go. Trying to catch my breath. Okay. Flame tongue. 27.
Jesus.
15 plus 9. All right, that's
So he's
20, 22.
so he's still standing, but he's very hurt.
I'm gonna put my headset down for a second. I gotta walk my dog. I'll be right back.
I feel like Argyle.
22 plus 7. Is he mildly dead? Before I roll the flame damage.
Oh, he's with the second slash, you cut his head straight off.
Jesus Christ! I was trying to actually save him.
Oh, you can do a non-lethal blow if you
Yeah,
want
okay.
to.
Yeah, I do a non-lethal blow. I knock him on his ass to try to keep him from acting stupid. All right.
So yeah, with a big flash of fire with the first slash, and he's rearing back from trying to not get hit from these flames, that is. And then through the flames, you just smack him with the broadside of the sword, and he falls to the ground unconscious.
All right. Now, to do an intimidation roll, you need a turn, right? Correct?
It'd be an action.
It would be an action. Okay, so then I'll have to wait. All right. We'll come back to that then. All right. That's done. That's it for me.
All right. So moving on, it'll be Ulan.
I'm gonna look down at the guy that hit me in the calf, and I'm gonna say, "You dare strike me, little man!" And then I'm gonna hit him with my warhammer,
Okay,
which is 25 to hit.
that's gonna hit. Is that a crit?
That is not.
No.
Right. I'm gonna use
Savage attacker.
yeah, and reroll that damage. There we go. 11
Much
points
better.
of damage.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to swing again for 16.
That's gonna be enough to hit.
For 10 points of damage.
All right, yeah, he's looking pretty hurt, but he's still standing, barely clutching his war pick.
Fuck it, hit him again. For 25. And 9 points of damage.
Yeah, the last attack, he falls down. He's dead. He's dead, Jim.
Nice.
I'm gonna use my movement to go right there.
All right. And now for
And-
your Steel Guardian.
Yep, I move him to right there. And he's going to hit him. Four plus 7 is 11.
11 is not going to do it.
So sad. Alright, I get one more attack. For 8 plus 7, which I think 16.
8 plus 7.
Yeah,
15.
15. God damn it.
Just
So
short.
sad.
All right.
Right.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Moving on. That's going to take us to Helena.
Trying to decide how mean I want to be.
Yeah, you're surrounded by these Duergar, and they're saying things to you like, just give up, tiny little elf woman.
You guys are very cute. She will use her bonus action to cast Spirit Shroud. And basically, you sort of see, she almost looks like she starts to have like a heat wave around her that starts to look like people. And sort of these there's like some that look vaguely elven shaped, some that look like a human with like sort of a misshapen nose, and like it's just all of like they just sort of like start like sort of pouring off of her and like peeling away like she's pulling like spider webs from her skin, and everybody within 10 feet of me, speed is halved, and then she will attack the one that is directly in front of her. And so her
Okay.
weapon now deals a secondary d8 of radiant on each hit. So now she gets 2 extra d8s of radiant on each hit.
Good God.
So the first hit
Hellman,
is
you get them.
23 to hit
That's gonna hit.
with 6 damage plus another 2d8 is going to be another 10 damage. And then second hit is going to be a nat 20.
There we go.
So
Do you use that cleaving rule?
I'm gonna for this because you guys are doing an absurd amount of damage.
all right, so flat roll is going to be 44, and then add 4 to it, which is
All right,
like
so
15 plus another 2d8, which is another 8. And so what is that? 15 plus 8 is 23.
all right, so
one. How's he looking?
the guy in front of you is dead.
Okay. And then, so it's action, bonus action. Cool. And then she's going to just sort of pivot to face sort of like this way. I don't know how to explain it, but
Like this
sort of
direction.
she's facing here, like this way. Like
Oh,
these
okay.
two aren't really even worth her time, but she's sort of like spins the javelin around and like sort of goes, "You can still run." But they won't get far if they did try because their speed is halved. And I think there's maybe one more thing. I can't remember. This is my first time using this spell, so I'm like trying to remember how this works. Spirit Shroud, bonus action, concentration, up to a
Good question.
minute. This is nice.
Wow.
Yeah, any creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of me that I decide gets their speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. Cool, cool,
Oh wow.
cool. And anybody who gets hit cannot regain hit points until the spell
All
ends.
right. So will that be the end of your turn then?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna move to this guy first. He's gonna step up, seeing the other guy drop, and he's just gonna immediately start attacking the door as hard as he can.
Good luck, buddy. 2 of you were beating on that forever and couldn't get through it.
All right, so he takes a swing at it, and you see a big chunk of the door come off, and exposing a hole inside. You can't really see what's in there because it's kind of high up on the door, but it is now very unstable. He will get in at least 2 more hits. He will be inside.
And he'll beat that before then.
The other 2 around you, Helena, are going to make their attacks.
Okay.
One's just going to totally miss and hit the wall behind you, and his pick gets stuck in the rock. The other
She's like, "You're
is
yourself."
just blocked by your blade. This enlarged one is going to attack Ulin. It's going to miss. Ulin manages to roll out of the way as this war pick comes crashing down. This one is going to move towards Hab Waters and take an attack. Miss. Second one's going to also charge in at Hab. War pick ablaze. That is also going to miss. Wow, you have a high AC. Third
Yeah.
one That's going to actually hit. So, Hab, you take 5 piercing damage as you catch a little bit of this war pick to the upper thigh. And with that, it will be Krez's turn.
How much? How many points?
5.
5. Okay, so total of 15 then. Oh, okay, got it.
Okay. This will only get me to here, right?
Right.
Like 40.
Yeah, it's 40. So I want to do this because I don't want to lose my rage. You let me know if it's okay. I would like to dash and intentionally dash through that one guy to get to here. So this guy would get an attack of opportunity on me to keep me in rage.
Oh, absolutely, you can do that if you want.
That's what I'm doing with my action because I can't do
So,
anything else.
I would say that you would get to about, right, maybe either here or here.
I want to
I'm
be
trying to split
adjacent.
this up into 4s.
I want to be in range of smacking somebody on my next turn, minimum. So
Right, so you would be here.
Yeah, I just want to invoke an attack of opportunity on my way.
Absolutely, and here comes that attack of opportunity, which is going to hit.
Yep.
Krez, you're going to take 9 piercing damage as you're running through this pack of
Have to 5.
Dorger, and you catch. Yes, have to 5.
Cool.
And you catch this war pick in the square of your back, just between the shoulder blades.
Wonderful.
But you shake it off. All right. Anything else from you?
No, I use my action to dash.
All right, cool. So,
The other guys though, that are searching, they're also taking bets on who gets the most kills.
yeah, there's like looking from afar, like, wow, Hab's killed a couple now. I bet he'll kill at least 4. I'll take that bet. And at the top of the round, it is Hab Waters.
The guy that I knocked out, right? He's just is he like down, or is he like still moving around?
No, he's just laying on the ground. I'm going to actually mark him now. So, yes, this one with the yellow ring, he is unconscious, lying on the ground.
Yeah, when they're big and they get hit and knocked down, right? Do they turn small again?
Yes.
What? They do? Oh, okay, that's cute. I'll grab one of them, and put them in my pocket. No, I'm just kidding. The big guy that's next to with Yulin, I think it is.
Yep.
The fuck? You get that name right?
Yeah.
I know, right? What kind of
Yes,
bullshit is
Hellman.
that?
I think Hab has a favorite, and they were bunkmates.
Yeah, I take the little one that's in front of me. All right.
Okay.
I just move into this area right here, more like a half step. All right. And I go after those two right there. All right.
Okay.
All right. I was trying to see if I could do a special maneuver for actions. I'm just gonna do basic attacks.
All right.
All right, that's a 12. That's probably a miss.
Yeah, that's going to miss.
Okay, second attack. That is a 25.
All right.
That total damage would be 17 points of damage on that one hit. And that
All right.
does all my actions right there.
Nice. So with the first attack, you are kind of parried by the war pick, but you recoil and manage to hit with the second. This Dorger is now not looking too good, looking kind of burnt. Moving on, it's gonna be Ulan.
I'm gonna hit the big guy.
That's Yuden.
Go for it.
Not Ulin. That's Yuden.
A nat 20.
There you go.
So, 8, Damn, it's ass. I'm gonna reroll that.
Okay,
That's better.
there you go.
So 16 plus 4, 20 damage.
Wow, max damage. Okay.
He's still standing.
Yes, he is. He's pretty hurt, but he's still standing.
Oh, it's 14.
Yeah, that's gonna miss.
Fuck, that's done. That's ass.
Dang.
All right.
All right, so that's all your actions.
Shield Guardian's turn.
Yep.
A nat 20.
Oh my god. All right.
So his thing is 2d6. How would I do that?
So
12.
with a crit, it'd be. So yeah, it's just 12 plus 2d6 plus 4.
Okay.
That's why I love crits on my guy, because it's
So-
2d6. It's just instantly 12 damage.
So do I roll another 2d6?
With
no.
the already 12 that's already on there, technically with just the crit rolling, it'd be enough to kill this thing.
Okay.
But
Okay.
go ahead and roll the damage anyways, because I'm doing cleave with this, and there is actually an adjacent person.
Not within 5 feet of the guardian.
So roll another 2d.
Oh yeah, there isn't in between the guardian. You're right. You're right. Never mind. So we'll just say that with that crit attack, he Superman punches this Dorger, and he hits the wall behind him and is very clearly dead. His neck looks snapped from the impact.
Big man break easy.
Moving on. That's gonna be Helena.
Okay. All right. Fine. I will hit this little one next to me first. To the left.
Okay.
Where is it? All right. She's like, I was trying to be nice, and she will attack again for 22 to hit.
All right, that's gonna hit.
Or what is that? 6 plus 2d8. Plus another 7. And then fuck it, we'll pump a first level. Yeah, first level divine smite into that, which is 2d8. For another 12 damage.
All right.
How's he looking?
He's just barely alive.
Mm.
He is like on death's door, just by
I know.
sheer willpower keeping on.
Fine. And then she will use her bonus action to sort of like spin the double-bladed scimitar and attack the one to the right
Okay.
for as a 12.
Yeah, he's going to get his war pick up and manage to kind of push your blade to the ground.
She's just sort of like, I'm trying to have fun with this, but you guys, it was very boring. And then so action, bonus action, second action, divine smite. Okay, I will end turn there. 'Cause I know Krez is on his
Alrighty.
way like a bowling ball.
Alrighty. So that's gonna bring us into the Dorker. This one that's very injured, gonna retaliate on Hab Waters. gonna miss. As Hab is just very skilled with the blade, manages to kind of dance around and fight with this guy for a minute. The other guy also kind of chiming in some blows.
I also had a
Manages to get
shield
it
too.
right.
Yeah.
Blows banging off your shield as you're just very gifted in fighting. You've been trained very clearly to see that. But the second one manages to take you out by surprise and get an attack in the back. Hab, you're going to take 5 piercing damage.
This wasn't how you call it, surprise attack. This was just opportunity attack.
Just a regular old attack.
Okay.
This one's going to attack the door again. And this one was not a very good blow. It just manages to bounce off the wood. The other two are going to attack Helena. And both of them are just no match for. Yeah, they just miss. That's gonna move on to Krez.
It's my turn.
He's like, I saved you some.
Excellent. I'm gonna invoke an opportunity attack from this guy, so I can get to here.
Okay. So I'll roll that up. That's gonna be a hit for a whole whopping 3 piercing damage.
Is that the half damage?
That it's halved to 1.
I was gonna say, how are we having this damage? I'll take it either way, but let's go. Alright, so this big fucker here that's swinging at the door is gonna get swung on reckless. For
All right.
17 to hit.
That's gonna score a hit.
Wonderful. He's gonna take 12 points of damage on the first attack. And on the second one's gonna be 24 to hit for 19 points of damage. Max fucking damage. Let's go.
All right, so with those 2 attacks, one to the, I'm assuming, lower part of the leg, and then one up to get him split wide open. He falls to the ground, bleeding profusely. Dead.
And using my bonus action to convey to the guy behind me, you're next, short man.
He whimpers in terror.
And that'll be my turn.
All right, so moving on. Back to top of round 4. It's going to be Hab Waters.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my superiority dices, right, to get the additional action surge, right? You can
Okay.
take one additional action on your turn. This can be used 1 time per short rest. Okay, right.
To use an action surge? You don't have to
action
use a
surge.
superiority dice for that. That's just a class feature.
Class feature.
Yeah, you don't have to spend a superiority dice to use that.
Okay. I thought it was one of my superiority dice things. Okay. All right. I mean, still hit the second win. What is it? The action surge again. Okay. Bing. Hit that one. Okay. Now that's off. All right. First attack. That's a 16. That probably missed.
A 16 is just enough to hit.
Okay. Cool. 7 plus 5. That's a 12.
And you're
Okay.
attacking the one that you attacked last turn, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so he's now dead.
Okay, now the one next to him, all right, the one that got lucky with that one shot, I hit him.
All right,
That's a total of 20, dirty 20. All right,
that'll hit.
okay. 4 points plus 11. That's a 21 points of damage.
Jesus Christ. All right, so he's very hurt now. A
Okay,
little
well,
charred.
I finish him off. Oh, I tried to, right? That's a miss. I rolled a total of 10. All right. Yeah. So that was my action. That was my wonderful action surge, a miss.
Oh.
Okay.
Don't you get 2 attacks on your action?
Yeah.
So you would get a second attack because your action surge gives you a whole nother action. So you get
okay.
4 attacks.
Whoa, wow.
You're almost
Okay,
there.
okay.
You got it. It's a pretty dope class feature, not gonna lie.
It really
All
is.
right, so this is my last attack right here. As a total of 26. 11 points of damage. Probably dead already.
Oh yeah,
Plus,
he's definitely dead.
Okay, he's dead. All right, so I'm not going to finish rolling all that shit. Yeah. Okay, I finished them all. Boom. And that is all my actions.
All right, so standing in the
Thank you
middle of
very
this
much,
mushroom field.
Thank you very much, Hellman. I mean,
Well,
Helena.
you're welcome, Jab.
Jab. All right. So next up would be Ulan in his mechanical friend.
Move right there.
Right?
I mean, that sounds very naughty.
I didn't mean to.
No, that's 19. That's crit for me.
We call
There you
him
go.
Bob, battery operated buddy.
And we roll that damage right there. No, it's the same. So
Ouch.
8 plus 3 plus 4.
All right.
7 plus 8.
That's 15. All right. So he's still standing, but he's kind of bloodied. He spits a good glob of it out of his mouth.
25.
All right. That'll hit as well.
That blood
And
splatter just
5.
becomes more.
All right. So with 5, he's still standing, but he's just like, he looks back at you. He's like, "Is that all you got?"
One more.
He's like, no.
No, that's not.
That-
You're like, oh shit.
That was
Well-
fucking perfect to be like, is that all you got? He's like, I still got one more strike at me.
And as he turns around and says that, you just kind of baseball swing and bring it on home. He tries to duck, but he's just so weary that he just makes it connect better. And you just like totally shatter his skull with this swing.
I've hit 4 criticals. I am happy.
All right. And if that will be all, it'll be your Steel Defenders or your Guardian's turn.
Yeah,
Bob.
just stay there.
Hit him,
No,
Bob.
sorry.
Hit him, Bob.
Battery
So your
operated
battery
buddies.
operated buddy stays there.
He flicks his little switch to liquefy.
I'm gonna tell Lithius.
Oh my god, he's a Terminator. That's not good.
Hang on a second. We're telling Lithius that his metal companion.
We've named him Bob.
Now the DM could actually put that down on the list. All right, we have a name, Bob.
So with that, it'll be Helena's turn. There is one left alive, and he is very hurt. He's
Can I just
standing in
pick
front of
him up?
you.
Question.
Yeah.
Can I pick him up?
You want to pick
Yeah,
him up?
you can try and grapple him.
First I'm going to attack to try and disarm. Can I do that?
Yeah, I'll say if you we'll make the DC a little bit higher. Instead of 16, it'll be 18 to specifically disarm him.
Okay, and then he's got the spirit shrouds moving around him, which has removed 10 feet of his movement, so he's already slowed. Would that negate the DC?
That's why the DC is not higher.
Okay. So, what is that?
17. One shy.
That's
So
fine.
you go to
I-
try and disarm him, but you stab him in the hand.
All right. So, I will roll damage for that. No, I will grab,
Well, we do have one left unconscious from Hab. If you're trying to
we do?
save this
Okay.
guy, we don't need to.
okay. So that's 6 plus 2 more D8.
He's at 1
my
HP.
hand for 12 damage.
Yeah, his hand just explodes with radiant energy.
Like, oh, she's like, you could have run, and then she takes the sword and then moves to the hole in the door, if possible.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
sorry,
you guys
I'm
are
on-
out of combat now.
yeah, just walks over. Stop it!
If we're out of combat, I'm gonna walk over here and tie this guy up.
Walk over to the door and say, "Don't shoot." What is going on? Why are we cowering?
All right, so give me a second. You look through this hole, and you see about 20 to 25 deep gnomes inside that seem to all be kind of riding like little crystal platforms that ride up and down to these little compartments. There is one that is standing near the door. He looks a little bit more elegant than the rest. His robes are kind of gold lined, and he's very regal about the way he's dressed. He has a top knot, and he looks at you and says, "What's going on here?" Well,
Before you get too far into that, after I tie this guy up, I want to go drag this guy out from underneath his little thing and bring him to the door. While this other stuff's going on.
he says, "I don't know." This man says, "I don't know why the Duergar are attacking us, but they say something about Yantha Coxrock. And if she's in danger, I'd very much like to see her return safely. Who knows what the Duergar would do to them?" And he kind of gets close to the door and looks at you and says, Did you kill them all? Where are they?"
Can I use a bonus action to Misty Step inside the room, please?
Yeah, you can do that. You
Just
disappear in a puff of...
and then just I'm in the room. And she's like, she's covered in gore and has like blood on her sword and on her shield, and is like, "Is this a rhetorical question? Can we please unlock the door and have a conversation like actual people instead of us having to stab everything all the time?"
Yeah, as soon as you do this, all of the ones that are floating around, they kind of get a little bit nervous, but they keep doing their thing. The man in the middle, he says, yes, we don't want any trouble. We don't want to fight. I would very much not like these Duergar assailants at my door. I really don't understand what's got them all in such a tiff, but there's
Then you
definitely
want
something
to
afoot
say-
here.
Take a moment to make sure that this is all above board and that everything is being truthful and honest, yes?
Yes.
All right, I will cast Zone of Truth.
All right.
While that's happening, can I start dragging this guy over?
Yeah, I go get the rest of the NPCs into the room.
All right. So you gather the troops. Water's troop herder.
Two of them
Everybody
fell to
hold
their
your
death.
hands. Get your partners. Don't stray.
All right, and then so cast Zone of Truth, second level. It's a Charisma 17 save if anybody wants to, and it's within 60 feet.
Okay.
So 15-foot radius centered on a point of my choice within range. What's 15 feet? Where's the radius thing? I know there's a thing that gives me radius effects, right? Or
Well,
did it
you're
Yeah.
talking
disappear?
about 15 feet in that sense. It's gonna be very small in this room because remember each square is 20 feet.
Yeah,
Are
so
they?
this would be a
Yeah.
20-foot circle right now.
Okay. And the one in front of me is the one talking?
Yeah.
All right, then I would like it to be on him and the one. Can it get the one right behind him as well?
Yeah, I say it can.
And be like,
Got 'em halfway,
Alright.
so they can do a half truth.
what?
Half truth.
Yeah, just joking.
All right, so yeah, she asks the same question again. And like, what's going on? And and I know whether or not they passed or failed their charisma check. Or
Okay.
they can willingly fail it.
So what they tell you is that a while ago, Yantha had met up with. Let me do some reading because I don't remember it all off the top of my head. Because this person doesn't know everything. Essentially, he explains to you that Yantha and someone else are fighting over something. He doesn't know what, but essentially, apparently a trade had happened, and then suddenly they didn't want the trade to go through anymore, and then whatever they were trading for was kind of taken away. Now the Duergar are fighting and trying to find out where that went, because they also want it.
Okay, and they think you have it?
They thought we did,
Do you have
but
it?
essentially what we were thinking is
This
they
is
were
a yes or
trying
no question. Do you have it or
no,
not?
we
Okay.
don't have it.
Continue.
But we think that they were just trying to kill us as a retaliation strategy to try and have her divulge any secrets. But apparently that's not working because here we are.
Here we are. And where is she?
Possibly held hostage in the Duergar Enclave,
And
just
where is
on
the
the other
one?
side. It's essentially I can show you. Essentially, the Duergar Enclave is to the north, or no, southeast. So it would be over in this particular area, on the other side of this little
Talking
pond.
about where this hot, like, deep gnome's looking at over down here.
Like over in.
This chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the area you're not supposed to see, but yes.
You're right. I don't see it. There's just a hot chick over there. My Krez is tingling.
Right.
Okay. And she'll just sort of like casually put a hand on his shoulder and start turning and walking out the door with them.
Would this be the time I get to drag
Oh.
this asshole all the way over here?
Needle on him,
Where
so
are
I can
you-
carry him like luggage.
Like, I'm here.
Oh.
I'm trying to drag
Oh,
this
you're going over
asshole.
here.
Yeah, I want to drag that asshole over here.
Okay.
He was hiding,
So
clutching his
you
belongings.
you actually drag him out, and he immediately starts to try and wrestle himself away from you.
Oh, please. Let's try. Let's try and
Yeah,
wrestle me.
I already rolled it and it didn't work. he kind of just looks you over and says, "Oh no, 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 no! Don't hurt me. I didn't do anything. I'm just
You're coming
trying to
with
get out of
me.
here. Just
You're coming with me.
I'm just a kid.
I turn around to the players, right? I ask them, it's like, the characters, excuse me. And I say, is there any way to check out to see whether or not these guys were charmed or enraged or something? Were they under a spell?
We'll worry about that in a moment. The one thing I want to know is this guy was hiding and didn't want to speak to me earlier, even though I noticed him. So you're going to tell me why you were hiding, what you know, and then you're going to explain to the nice elf lady when she gets out of that room what the fuck.
um. Well, as you can see, the Duergar are killing the deep gnomes,
Mhm.
and if you haven't looked at me very detailedly, I am a deep gnome, and I'd rather not die. I'd
Well-
like to live.
As you can see, we've massacred these Dorger. Not the first time that we've done it in our lives. Probably won't be the last. But clearly Helena's in there having a conversation with some people, getting some information. So you're gonna sit right here and you're gonna explain to her what is so important in that bag that you're holding that you hid under a carriage while two of your friends or compatriots or whatever you might consider them were getting smashed. So just hold right there until Helena comes back out.
Okay, so
Make a persuasion check for that, Krez, and inside. Sorry,
So then
what
that's
is
gonna be
Helena
9.
doing now?
she's got the hand on the shoulder of the guy that's in charge and is walking him casually out of the room.
Okay.
Just like like the like you're in trouble sort of like I want to say like a dad hand on the shoulder where it's just like a little bit
Yep,
like
I know exactly what you're talking
yeah,
about.
he's just like sort of like being with you out the door. Yeah, that.
Okay, so he follows you with no sense of fighting back. You walk out the door to see that Krez also seems to have some sort of deep gnome down on the ground, and he looks positively frightened.
At least that one has sense. And
Helena.
just sort of like
Helena.
she's like, I see you also have found an excellent trade. Would you like to trade?
This guy wanted to hide under a carriage holding his bag like he had something important. When I questioned him about it, he ignored me. Since he wanted to ignore me, I dragged his ass over here. Now he can answer to somebody that's a little bit more, beastly than I am.
This is like coming from the guy with horns and blue skin and red eyes.
Yeah, I'm laughing too. Right? I was like, I thought you
But
were.
you
a
thought
beast.
I was bad. Wait till you meet her.
And she's just very polite. She's like, hello, little one.
Hi.
You can either tell us what's in the bag, or I can have somebody take the bag and find
He
out what's
opens the bag and he lets you see inside, and it has a pair of sharpened flint knives, a spool of thread made from some kind of entrails, a thin iron needle, 2 pounds of some kind of mushroom that he's been eating, and a copper canteen containing a half-gallon of water.
I don't
She's
like
gonna
the
look
mushroom.
at the and say, you probably shouldn't be eating those. I saw them sprout from somebody's head maybe not too long ago, 3 months, 4 months ago.
We're gonna be anti-mushroom from now on.
Very anti-mushroom. In the meantime, she's gonna look at the guy with the top knot and the gold and be like, is he important?
I have no idea who this man is. What is your name, sir? And this
Is
other
that-
one. This is the top knot man saying that.
Yeah. She
And
looks at
this one
that you don't know all of the deep gnomes down here?
This is. He kind of like shrugs that comment off and says, "Do you think I know every deep gnome that comes into this place?"
She almost asked him if he knew what were their names, Topsy and Turvy.
Yeah, that was their names.
She's like, did you know Topsy and Turvy? Yes. It's like, this is like weirdly small town kind of question where she just doesn't even like register that he's being sarcastic. She's like, oh, that would be very cool that you would know these people.
He just kind of shakes his head. Either way, this one he kind of speaks up, and says, "My name is Peebles."
Peepholes?
Evil.
Peebles.
Peebles. Gotcha.
People.
Thought he said pee hole, and I was like,
Pretty
okay.
sure he's staring at you in the shower.
Yes. Yes, this deep gnome's name is Urethra.
Yeah.
Heard.
Damn.
Sorry. Sorry, live stream.
So
But yeah.
so let me gather. What did you find out while you were talking to them in there? Is there more shit going on that I need to go kill, or are we?
Maybe we got this other lady person that's, and she's like, she just sort of like snaps and is like, tell him again.
And he fills you in that
Everything we heard earlier.
everything that was told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's another Dorger encampment to the southeast that we will have to go deal with.
Maybe. We decided this is something we want to deal with.
Well, I'm gonna look to the guy that like led us here. It's like, so, what were you expecting us to do here? Now that we've slaughtered 10 Dorger and dealt with the, like whatever these deep gnome
It's like-
problem is.
Oops, my
We-
bad.
We need to meet up in the Zentarum, our Zentarum enclave here, and meet with contact Gazrum Dulak.
And where is that at?
Should be to the south, on the other side of the trench.
So southwest then from where we are,
Yes,
where all the other humans
Toward-
are.
Organs are.
Okay. So
pretty much.
Okay.
so we have the Dorger down over here, right, in this area. And that's the southeast. Southwest are these guys up here on the other side.
And the thing that we're not
Right.
supposed to know is there in the hallway. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm-
so you're telling me
I was-
we need to go meet with those guys, right? But we have another situation here where somebody important is being held hostage or taken or something else that we should go deal with in the southeast.
I want to know what this item is that everybody thinks is so important. And she looks directly at Top Knot. Why don't you give me a little more information about this thing?
I couldn't tell you what it was. I wasn't that close with Arantha.
So you're telling me I need to go talk to a chick.
Yes, I think
So-
you need to go.
So I'm gonna
Yes,
go
this is our-
southeast and go see what I can figure the fuck out. And
Alright.
if
Um
y'all want to go find out where this asshole wants to take us, since he clearly led us into a pit fuck of all, y'all more than welcome to. But I personally am going to go figure out what the hell's going on.
She sort of looks over at the rest of the party. It's like, what would you like to do? So, like, looking over at Ulan and Hab.
It don't matter to me. I'm fine doing anything.
Ulan's going with me because he's brute force.
Yeah, take
I'm
the-
gonna need brute force.
Take Ulan and the Steel Defender. Hab and I will go. You want to take some of your people with you while you're going?
Yeah, we'll lead a small party that way.
okay. So Krez, Ulin, and all of his people go with him.
Yes. And we will make
And
our
I-
way that way.
The envoy and give Top Knot one of those like final warning squeezes on the shoulder and said, "Be good," and go meet with the other people.
Okay, so as I understand, the party is splitting. 2 of you are going to the southeast, and the rest of you are going to the southwest.
I
Yep.
think that's the way it's working. Yeah.
Which way?
Okay,
Like,
so-
like this? Like this way?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So meanwhile, you do have this Dorger man that is unconscious on the ground. He is
Yeah.
starting to stir.
yeah, I drag him around with me. I
Yeah,
actually asked Yulin to hike up, make a handle on him so I could carry him like luggage.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but you guys, I don't think you guys did anything to tie him up before
I
he
said I
woke
tied
up,
him up.
and now he's
Yeah,
awake.
yeah.
Oh,
He did say
I-
he's tying him up.
oh, okay. So yeah, he's tied up. He wakes up and he's just like, "What the fuck? Let me out of this!"
So I'm carrying him like luggage. so
Ab,
he's
I'll
like,
leave you
quiet.
that asshole to deal with and get some information out of him.
Yeah. So before I
He's struggling
feed
his
you to the
ropes.
rock gnomes, before I feed you to the rock gnomes, right? Me and you are gonna have a little talk, right? As we go find your little friends. And it's like I asked him, there was a certain item, right, that was with Yante, right, that everybody wants, right, that everybody treasures. What is that item?
Just a second. So he kind of like shakes his head and says, "Well, we think that mage, she stole some sort of gemstone from an ale merchant a while back named Krimgal Musgart. Krimgal, he was a good friend of the Dorger chief negotiator Gulder. When she refused to return it, he sent Gulder sent the invisible Dorger to the Enclave to capture her and bring her in for questioning. The Deep Gnomes tried to free her, and that started the first of these fights. Now we're just returning the favor.
Okay.
Gonna wipe them all out.
Okay, I'm gonna convey that message to the group, right, when I get a chance. And who are the guys with the swords? The symbol on the map that is a sword with a glove or a gauntlet?
Those are the Orders of the Gauntlet. Soldiers that were given to Helena.
I have a question.
I have answers.
What happened to my giant riding lizard and my Emerald Enclave scouts? Where are those guys at?
They are also right here. They have left their giant lizard mounts out on the entrance of this place because they did not find them easily traversable in this environment.
So they're with us?
They are right here.
Those don't look lizards. Those look like men.
Those are the
But the
people.
lizard-
the
no, they
lizards.
The
They
lizard's
parked the
kinda
lizards
in there.
outside. They-
Yeah,
haven't
they
seen
parked the
how-
lizards outside.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll close the lizards one out for now.
I hope somebody feeds the meter. I'm gonna repossess the freaking lizards.
Nope.
Oh, the
You come out and you have a parking ticket on your lizard.
All right, so
All right. So
in that process, how far
Now
would
we've
we have made it down to this thing?
I'll say that you guys. What's that?
Helena's no longer in Discord. She disconnected.
Yep, she might have lost
Yeah,
power.
she probably lost power.
Let's type in now. Power
She-
flicker. She might be back.
All right.
Let me just
So
I'll be right back.
yeah. So now I'm just gonna move everybody into position to like what directions they're going.
Alright.
the
But
gauntlet men,
we'll-
the The men with the Helena's men, I'm taking them with me.
They're men with tights.
Yes,
Tight
men with
I'm
tights.
just kidding.
I got your reference.
So yeah, the Zentarum member Helena and Peebles has decided to follow her.
Good.
Maybe out of fear, maybe out of respect, but he's gonna follow with.
Cool.
And yeah, we'll be back in like 10 minutes. We're gonna take a 10-minute break so I can go smoke a cigarette.
Switch to vaping so you don't have to go outside.
Oh, that vaping is even worse.
No, it's not.
My lady hates that I smoke anyways. But yeah, I'll be
Smokey.
back.
I'll be back.
Jose, there's no difference between vaping and smoking. The only difference of the fact of it is this vaping does not make your house smell like a fucking ashtray.
Oh, there's new developments on that. I'll be back.
Dude.
I'm back.
Lord of the Rings.
I'll send you a TikTok. Look at it. What about Lord of the Rings?
I was watching a Lord of the Rings thing.
I like it, but the movies are so damn long. Can't watch long movies. They annoy me. That's a good movie though.
Oh, that's hilarious. Got a butt plug in.
And after this session, I got House of the Dragon to watch.
That's
Yeah,
right. Your
new
mom
episode
didn't do
came out.
cat pans either.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, she's
Ugh.
watching The Hobbit.
The Hobbit.
Yeah, she's a big fan of The Hobbit over the Lord. She still likes the Lord of the Hobbit. Definitely has a very special place.
I don't like The Hobbit that much. I like Lord of the Rings
I will
better.
punch you in the neck and call you Sally.
Shit happens. I like Lord of the Rings. I don't know why, I just do. I actually found the whole series hard to follow for a bit. And then I got annoyed because it took too long to finish.
Bro, I'm gonna need you to not have the fucking ADHD that makes it to where like 4-hour movies are hard to sit through.
Like if they put in episodes, I can watch that just fine. But if it's a movie, I can't. I don't know why.
So just watch it in hour
Like, if-
intervals.
Like if movies were put into episodes, I can watch it no problem. When it comes to movies, I just can't fucking do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go watch the entire Dragon Ball series. From Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super. You can skip GT because GT is not part of Akira Toriyama's thing.
I have a lot of animes to watch right now. Like I gotta watch Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Naruto. I want to watch all of those. I just don't have the fucking time to do it.
You have nothing but time, Mr. I Stay Up All Night. Just put it on in the background while you play fucking Rainbow Six.
Yeah, but I have my headset on when I play Rainbow, and if it's on my PC, then I can't really hear it. But also, I listen for Rainbow. I listen to footsteps. I know people are.
See, this is why I tell you need to play something like RuneScape, right? So like when you want to watch like anime, the reason I say this is like when you want to watch anime, right, and be able to halfway pay attention to it without having to hear things, RuneScape you can just like you click on things and do things. Like you don't have to give it your 100% focus. It's much
If I play
harder.
Baldur's Gate, if I play Baldur's Gate, I'll put on Crunchyroll and I'll watch something. Because Baldur's Gate, I can do that, especially with long combat rounds.
Yeah, because you don't have to pay
That's
attention to what's
usually-
going on other than, oh, it's my turn, let me
Yeah.
do something.
I don't gotta worry about getting hit because I'm fucking modded out.
Yeah. Cheat.
Only thing that can hit me are fucking spells. Yeah, I beat that game 12 times without cheats.
I got
I'm
a
allowed
feeling
to
we're
cheat
gonna be
now.
calling this section soon. We don't have Helena down 3 players, and it's like with where we're
Yeah.
going next, it might be better to. We'll find out from the DM on his side of things, but like it might be better to end it if we don't have Helena.
Yeah.
So we'll see what.
What'd you just call me?
The DM.
Oh, I thought you said something else, like Daddy Master. I was like, no, that's not me.
No, I don't call anybody daddy because that's just fucking weird. I told my wife if she ever calls me daddy,
It
again, I'm breaking up
is!
with her. Fucking weird
Like,
shit.
Just
Any girl ever calls
immediately,
me
like,
daddy.
get out. Get.
If there was a girl once in my life that said yes, daddy to me, and I'm like, nope, this is it. You're out. Go home. Leave me alone. It's just
So,
fucking weird. I don't.
some good news. I got a hold of Tim.
Yeah.
He is home.
Oh.
He might be jumping in soon.
Okay, so we might not have to end the session. I was a little bit
With
worried
this
we might
one or
have to end
something?
being the fact that we're down Helena now.
Oh, is she not coming back?
I don't know. She's checking outages. She only has her phone currently. So.
I think I
At
should miss a
worst,
couple- Ooh, fuck. I think I
She's
should
in
miss a
that
couple more
hurricane path.
sessions.
That's what I thought too.
what were you saying, Ulan?
I think I should miss a couple more sessions because I missed a couple sessions, came back, and I've hit 4 criticals so far.
No, I don't think you should miss any sessions.
I just show up, I crit, and then I fucking leave.
Yeah, and drop,
You need to-
just
you
walk
need to
in,
get
drop
on
a couple of
Ulan's
crits and leave.
You need to get on Ulan's case
Oh my
because he's
God.
contemplating not being in the next campaign. Get on his case now.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I still might join. I might not yet. I'm just thinking about it.
I don't know.
'Cause if
I tried to.
stay- if I stay with my current job, they'll probably be adding Sundays, so I probably won't be able to play. But if I switch jobs, I might be able to play. And I've been thinking about switching jobs. So
If they schedule you Sunday, you just walk up to your boss, you kick him in the nuts, and say, "Listen here, you son of a bitch." No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Some initiative.
I work for FedEx, so usually September they start getting ready for peak season. So they usually add another
Oh,
day to
yeah.
our schedule.
I thought they normally
We
added
had a
Saturdays,
FedEx
not
guy.
Sunday.
Now for UPS, I work Sundays. I had Saturdays off, or Sunday through Friday.
The FedEx
So
guy that
I-
delivers to our building, he hit our building yesterday. Or not
Oh.
yesterday, it was Thursday.
I'll have you know, FedEx, not employee drivers.
Yes, that's true. They are employed through third-party companies.
All FedEx
Well, that explains why he
drivers-
hit the fucking building.
Yeah, all FedEx
Oh, you mean he-
drivers are
You mean he
third-party
literally
drivers.
hit the building?
Yeah, like, so where our shipping office is, it's off to the side of where all of our shipping docks are, and we already have a weird ass dock anyways. Like, I can even draw it out. I'm gonna draw it on Albert because I don't give a fuck.
I
So
would
like our
not just
building's
put it
right
back.
here, and our shipping office is right here.
Where are you drawing that? I want to see.
Off to the side.
It's off to the right. Just kind of zoom out a little bit. And then we have like a bay right here. And then we have two angled bays right here. All he had to do was turn around and back up this way. And he went this way and went right to the fucking building.
The guy must have been high.
I have
That's
no
fucked up.
idea. Like,
He's like,
we have
"Oh."
some interesting things happen.
I like FedEx because I lose a lot of weight, but I hate it because it's too much work. Not too much work, it gets annoying when people don't show up.
We threatened to go on some sort of a strike, everyone in our shipping office, because not only are they having a problem with our computer system where we can't get any information on the orders we're supposed to fill, apparently all of the ones that they've been sending us that we also don't have any paperwork for are priority, and they have to be completed as soon as possible. So they're like complaining at us from their office about stuff they don't even know what's going on.
Nick, I'm sending
So
you
we're
some
all
raw.
of what?
Yes, you'll see.
I'm gonna say Ash Shenanigans, but put Helena's name.
What? I said at shenanigans.
For the yeah,
Yes.
at the for Discord notification, I didn't have Discord up. The ad notification said Ash Shenanigans. Any word?
Because her
I clicked on it.
her normal name is shenanigans in Discord.
Ah,
Inside of the server, it's hard coded to Helena because that's what her display
Oh,
name
okay.
is. That's
So
where I found
essentially,
the
the effect that I was looking at on her sheet, I'll bring it up here really quick. It's improved divine smite.
right.
I may be reading it wrong, but I like reading stuff out loud with people sometimes because then I miss stuff less.
Can we take a long rest while we wait?
We're just gonna chill here for 8 hours.
No,
Yeah.
I need a short rest, not a long rest. I want my action surge back.
Oh, I want to do something while we're all milling around. All right. This is like little houses, right?
They're
They're
like
tents.
yeah. Let me look. Where are we at? Where are you referring? All of this right here in this area?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all tents.
Tents? Oh, okay. So it's like a temporary settlement then.
Yeah, this is like actually I think I might actually have some flavor stuff to read. This is the East Marketplace where there's it looks like there was a bunch of Deep Gnome and Dorger traders out here, but there is an increasingly alarming amount of Deep Gnome corpses laying everywhere.
Of course, because we just watched.
And
one
also-
slaughtered.
And also some giant lizard corpses and some other creatures that don't seem very familiar to you. They're also dead on the ground.
Where's this out?
Suck for tourism.
On the ground around the tents that we're at.
This is like in this area.
Can I loot this place? Is there anything to loot?
Chris,
We-
wanna
we-
eat
we
some
can't loot right now.
lizard?
We cannot loot right now because we already made the decision to walk toward the south.
That's
Yeah, you guys
sad.
went somewhere else.
Well, yeah, I was about to ask. Who's the one that eats the corpses, the bodies?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
we got
eats
some lizard legs over here. You want some?
Is that my Discord? It is.
It's his.
No, it's doing it to me too.
But as
Yeah.
regards, and like this is why I was like asking you about Divine Smite in general, right? Because like because it's added to the hit in Raw, it would be considered critical damage from it. So like a level, I think.
Oh yeah, here it is. It says whenever you hit with a melee weapon attack, the target takes an extra D8 radiant damage.
Right. So the fact that it's the target takes an extra 1d8, critical would double that.
Oh fuck yeah!
That's why I was
It
like, I'm like,
would, because that's base damage.
yeah, it's so the only thing that's not modified on a critical, right, is the plus. So like how my particular attack is 2d6 plus 7. That 7's not doubled, but the 2d6 is doubled. So any dice roll that it goes with the attack is doubled. So if she like hits something on critical, smacks it and decides she's gonna divine smite it, the divine smite gets critical rolled as well. That's why I was like,
I took Shawnee's kiwi lime.
that's fine. You're good to take any of those.
Alright.
So it's like
Like-
I'm like I get where he's like, oh well, it seems flavor text. I'm like, you're DM. I'm not gonna like fight you on rules of how you rule your campaign. I'm just like I need to understand the logic behind why. And I'm like, oh well, it reads this way, and I'm like, but it's a dice roll, and critical means all dice rolls are doubled. If Divine Smite was just an extra 5 damage, then it wouldn't be doubled because it's just a flat number. But dice rolls get doubled, so I'm like, by technicality, if they crit and the Divine Smite they pump into it is 3d8, it becomes 68. That's why I was like, let's ask him and get his opinion on it. And it's like, if that's how you want to rule it, it's fine. I'm not gonna be like, yo, you need to do it this way because rules. You're DM, right?
You
But
can take out Asmodeus with those kind of hits.
I mean, if you get
Oh my
technical,
God.
a high level fucking paladin where they could pump a 5d8 into a divine smite, right? Plus the 2d8 that they get for
could-
being higher level, it's becomes 7d8 plus their other thing. The divine smite becomes 14d8 plus their weapon, which if it's 1d8 becomes 2d8. They essentially get to roll 16d8 damage on a critical strike on a target.
Okay, I have a question for you. Throwing this in. What if it's a Holy Avenger? The sword.
Oh
Does
god.
Does that add to?
So, and I'm not familiar with Holy Avenger, but what's the text on the item? Holy Avenger 5e. Let me pull it up. Let me just pull up this magic item. All right, so you gain 3+. And
I remember that.
if you hit a fiend
Yeah.
or undead with it, the creature takes an extra 2d10 radiant. So if the paladin, right, or anybody that has, in the sense, right, if a paladin, because it must be a paladin for Holy Avenger, right? If a paladin hits a target, right, if it's the Holy Avenger on, let's say, a longsword, which is 1d8 damage, right? As it's written, it would be 1d8, and they hit an undead with it, 2d10, plus Divine Smite of, let's say, 5d8, right? The overall then becomes 12d8 and 4d10. Because any dice roll becomes doubled on a critical. So in this sense, right? Because Divine Smite becomes 10d8, 5 of that is automatically with the crit rolls we have standing, right? 5 of them are instantly 8 damage. So I think that's what, 42 damage, right?
Oh my god. Yeah, it's a
Right?
lot of damage
It's
though.
42 damage, right? Then another 20 damage, right? Because it's 2d10. and another 16 damage. So it becomes 68 plus 16, right? Which becomes 84, if I'm right on my math there, right? Plus the additional 2d10, 1d8, 5d8. So you're looking at an average of 115 damage for that attack if they were to hit a fiend or undead with that weapon. Any dice roll gets doubled on it.
No, see, now the reason why I asked you, right, is because I've had players, right, that would sit there and make a strike and take 15 minutes to calculate their damage, right? And it's like watching a mathematician, right, conducting a freaking class. It's like, okay, we go. It's like we carry the 1, right, through the pi of IC, right, considering the volume of the wind, right, calculate it, right, and I'm sitting there going, Jesus Christ, dude, get a girlfriend.
I mean, at the end of
That's
the
how
day,
I feel.
you're not-
That's how I feel with some of the summons, because the way that their text reads for their stats, like if you use Summon Fae, I think it's a 3rd level spell, it gets base stats. But if you summon it like 6th level, it gets like 30 plus 15 per higher level of casting. So then you have to sit and do math with everything, and unless you've written it down, D&D Beyond does not help you.
So you're talking about like if you summon an elemental that gets 30 HP on summon at 3rd level, and they summon it at 6th level, which is 15 per extra level, so they get an additional 45, so it's 75 HP on it. I mean,
Yeah,
granted-
but it doesn't let you change it. It just, you have to like write it down, and that's the only
Oh,
thing
of
that
course, yeah.
annoys me.
Like D&D Beyond, it doesn't specify upcasting, and that's one of the things they're working on in their modified like tabletop version. That video that I shared to you guys that they've been working on for like 5 years, 6 years now. It's like they're working on when you summon something, if you click the up summon button, it'll work directly. But like right now, I mean, we're playing off of D&D Beyond with MetaMaps, which is in beta, which only goes based off the base thing, right? Because realistically, reading through all of the rule books over and over again, right? Magic Missile, right? It's not 1d4 per missile bolt, it's 1d4 flat. So if they cast Magic Missile, they roll 1d4. It does, let's say it lands on 2 and it's +2, so it does 4 damage for all 3. So it's a total of 12. It's not roll 1, roll 1, roll 1, and then add the 6 onto it. It's whatever you roll in the first 1d4, even if you upscale it to where it casts 12 bolts. If you roll 1d4 and it rolls a 1 and you do 3 damage, you're doing 3 times 12 bolts. So it's like
That's how I would always do it, just because it'd be very disheartening to have to roll, like, okay, so you have to roll 12 d4, and then each one of them comes up as like a 1 or a 2. That's so disheartening. I'd rather it just be one roll and save the depression.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things, and it's like DMs can change things to better suit how they feel like their players want to play, right? You're at the end of the day, the rule book doesn't matter. The rule book is absolutely dick, right? If you decide that like, okay, cool, barbarians now get an extra 2d6 on critical strikes, they get that 2d6 atop of their normal critical. That's your decision to make that rule. So it's like the rulebook's there. It's a guideline to be like, hey, if you just want to run this without changing things to fit your campaign, here's the easiest way to do it. But like you as the DM have the end of the day can flavor anything the way you want. If like on average it's like oh, if you just don't want to deal with anything, if it hits it just does 7 damage, right? Instead of rolling a 1d8 or 1d10 or whatever it may be. Like I know you've looked at the monster manual or the monsters in there. It's like it says, hey, the average damage is always 7. You could just use that 7 and that's always what it hits for. Or you could roll the individual to see what it hits for. So it depends on how you want to play it. But it's always one of those things where it's like, okay, cool. So I don't feel like rolling 12 d7s or 12 d8s to calculate damage, so I'm just gonna use the average, especially when it comes to like Dragon Breath, where it's like, hey, the average damage is 65 on a Dragon Breath. So you can, that's what the damage you're gonna use instead of rolling the 10d8 or the 10d10, whatever it may be for the Dragon's Breath. So it's lovely and it's great. It's there for baselines, but like, talk to Liz. Liz hasn't read a fucking rule book yet. Liz just does things the way that she wants to do things, and that's what makes a DM. Is they like, cool. I've got 47 characters to deal with in this next combat situation. I'm gonna give them all 10 HP, regardless if they're supposed to have 23, and go that route.
Yeah.
It's
Have
literally
you ever played Champions?
champions of what?
Champions, superhero role playing game.
Probably not. No.
Yeah. Okay. 3rd edition. Right. You would have to buy like a truckload of freaking D6s. Right. Because some of these guys combat freaking maneuvers or the laser beam would be like 23 D6. Right. And if they hit
Ugh.
like a power. Yeah. If they hit a certain. Sometimes if they hit a certain amount with the to hit roll, their damage gets multiplied. Right. So you can have a character rolling 36 D6, right, for 1 attack, right? And oh my God, calculating all that took forever. Everybody's always borrowing each other's freaking dices for the D6 because we never had enough D6s. Right?
Yeah, because who brings 45 D6 to a tabletop game
Yeah.
other than the wizard?
Dice.
In Rogue. Rogues bring a lot of dice with their sneak attack.
Oh yeah, because of their sneak attacks. Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
let's go ahead and crit on a sneak attack where instead of it being like, I mean, there's certain ways to handle that, right? Hang on a second.
I've
crit-
done that before. So that's one of my
I've
best
crit on
characters.
one
right there,
sneak
is a-
attack.
Mm.
It was a level 3 character, and I did a whole like 20 damage. And then we
My-
had to fake the entire session as that we were physicians that we had to give an entire ship full of pirates' physicals to cover our ass and steal the gold.
But I mean, you
My
know,
first campaign, I was a rogue, and I did absolutely horrible. For our last battle, Mark put down a little trap, and I set it off. I set it off, and it instantly killed me.
I was being nice too. I let him revive, but the trap was instant death, to where like if they did not have the things that they needed to revive, they were just dead. But I mean, like, there's ways around it. Like, kind of, we deal with the way that Nick's rolling it is now it's like your D8, like your 1D8 crit is now 2D8, but the 8 is automatically maxed to 8, so you only have to roll 1D8,
Yeah.
right? And Nick will notice in watching Critical Role, what all Matt Mercer does is like you take the die numbers, double it, and then add your modifier. So if you roll 12 damage, it becomes 24, and then you add your modifier. So there's ways to make it to where it's like it's less dice rolls than it needs to be.
Uh-oh.
So it's like it kind of depends on how the DM wants to rule it. Like there's the problem I've always had with criticals is they never felt critical enough, because let's say you do crit as a level 3 where your sneak attack is 1d6 or 2d6, right? And you're hitting with a dagger, so you get a 1d4, 2d6. You double, then you roll all those dice. You're rolling 2d4 and 4d6, and let's say you roll ones on all of them. You're still only doing 6 damage. It feels bad. Like, what was the point of that? So it's like it's that situation where it's like I really like with the upcoming rule changes that they have in 2024, they're giving weapon mastery things that make it more beneficial for certain classes to use certain weapons. Now, obviously, fighters are going to get the most benefit out of weapon mastery because they have training in all weapon types. So they'll be able to just use short swords, long swords, great axes, battle axes, everything. So they could literally dual wield a long sword and an axe and get the benefit of weapon mastery from axe and sword. Whereas like rogue,
Is this a rogue?
in general, weapon mastery is getting changed in
Okay.
2 months.
Okay.
Right, so the 2024 editions of 5e are coming out where it's basically 5e it's 5.5e because they're changing a lot of the rules. They're changing a lot of the way that things work. Because
They should make that a pendium instead of cheap. Which they're not.
no, I mean there's no reason to make it a penny because it's new rules. Like Rangers, Beast Mastery Rangers are no longer gonna feel like shit because the action to control your pet is now a bonus action. So instead of being like, hey, if I have a wolf companion, that wolf now takes my action to attack and I don't get to shoot. Now it's your bonus action to tell the wolf to attack, and you still get to fire your bow through the 1 or 2 attacks you get, depending on the level. So it's like there's
Yeah.
Yeah, because that should have been that way anyways.
right. Because you got to remember the people that are now writing D&D 5e took over. I think it's in 2018, and the original people that wrote it in 2014 are no longer part of the company.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, a lot. I remember that a lot of them got fired or released or signed out from their contracts.
Well, I mean, the majority of people, when the 2014 editions of 5e came out, a lot of them broke off and created Pathfinder. Because they just
Yes.
didn't like the rule sets that 5e had. Like, this doesn't make any sense. All you did was nerf every class. You didn't make the classes better or more feasible in a sense. You just took the 4e rules, took out some of the things that made certain characters overpowered, and then nerfed the other ones to make everybody get nerfed. And they're like, fuck this, we're just gonna go make Pathfinder.
I've played Pathfinder 2e once, and it was alright, but I think it was just because I'd never played it before. I was just very vague on all the rules and how, like, if I did take 2 attacks, then I would do 1 at disadvantage because of some ability. It was just a lot to just learn.
It didn't make a lot of sense. And like the one thing is like somebody tried to convince me Pathfinder was better than 5e, and I was like, so I read the Pathfinder rulebook, and I'm like, okay, in some senses it is better, but it's like it's almost like if you have a party of 4 people, one of those people just needs to be a buffing class, not a class that
Essentially.
fights. They just literally like they're hoarding ammo for your main character, or they're hoarding ammunition, or they're buffing somebody else. Like they're not like you have to find somebody that literally just wants to do absolutely nothing in combat other than be like, hey, here's an extra 1d4 to your hit. Here's a 1d6 to your hit. Like Pathfinder itself is like, and maybe I misread the rules, but it really felt like they took 5e, changed a few things from what 5e was and called it good, and it was still shit. Like, if you ever really want to understand something, understand that Critical Role Season 1, the Vox Machina, they started in Pathfinder and switched to 5e.
Yeah, I did.
I love that cartoon.
The only reason I know that is because in one of the episodes they were talking about, they did like a one shot while Matt did like a rundown of how 5e is played and everything. And Percy was the dude who played Percy was talking about how a gunslinger is technically a Pathfinder class that they had translated over into 5th edition.
Yep. When you get through some of the later things, Matt Mercer nerfs the gunslinger. Because
I bet he does.
Because it's just in some cases, it's like when he action surges, like, oh, I get 4 shots, I get to action surge and make another 4 shots. Like, he does nerf some of the things on it, and it's like it made sense like the nerfs of it because Matt Mercer had to configure. If you go into and put the Critical Role stuff on in D&D Beyond, Gunslinger is now in there for fighter, balanced. So it's like it's one of those things. Is like everybody can talk shit about Matt Mercer being like the overhyped DM and not that great. Fuck you. That man has written 4 books. 4 books that you actively use in D&D today. You can kiss my ass.
I'm not gonna let you insult Ganondorf like that, so we're fighting.
Yeah, and in a sense, it's like when you sit down and break down what Matt Mercer has contributed to Dungeons and Dragons in the last 15 years, D&D Beyond wouldn't exist without Matt Mercer.
Nope.
So we're still waiting on
Shit, it looks like
Tim.
Yeah, Tim got back to me and he said that he is at his friend's house. Like they're back from camping, he's at his friend's house, and he doesn't want to wake everyone up in the house getting on a voice chat, so he's gonna bail.
Okay, so
it looks like we're gonna just kind of
call it here because it makes more sense not to like split the party with half the party here.
Yeah, because then if we go through that rigmarole, that means that Hab Waters has to do all of the talking.
I mean, we can handle me and Lucian's side of things tonight down here.
I could do all the talking, but
I don't know. I wouldn't do. I think Helena would be mad if you did all the talking without her being present to interrupt you.
Plus,
To
at the rate
interrupt me?
that things are going, you guys might get through here without Lithius or Argyle. So then they'll come back and be like, "What the hell even happened?"
I'm okay with calling it early in this sense because we are down half of our players, and we are at a point
I
where
rummaged-
shit's gonna go haywire. Because I mean, granted, over the table, right? Looking at my map, I'm looking at 30 Durger and some Durger Spider Riders.
Yeah.
So like, I know shit's gonna go south for our side of things. And looking up here, I see some Drow people. Now, again, above table, not knowing my character doesn't know any of this shit. I know we
Yeah.
shouldn't go any further without the party here to really break stuff down.
Where is my potions of healing?
So it's like I'm okay with calling it early in the sense of we have a fucking hurricane going through Florida. We have people out and shit's about to get fucking chaotic for the next few sessions. So it's
Healer.
it does suck calling a session early, but like realistically, it's not that bad of a deal.
Oh, I'm not really worried about it or anything. I was just making sure we were all on the same page
Let
on
me
what we
just-
were doing.
Somebody just texted the group.
Yeah, he's just saying.
Yeah,
we
that
get
was me
1700.
giving you XP.
Oh, okay.
Enough experience to level. Go figure that.
I'm still. I have a lot
Hey,
of
since
ways to
we're
level
since
before-
we're in the market, I look for I grabbed the Duragard. Hey, where do you get a good drink around here?
Nowhere.
I have a lot of
He
ways
looks
to
at you
level
and says, "We have fine casks of ale. If you let me go, maybe I'll give you one."
Stab him in the throat. Don't let him go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.